one. Welcome back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. Your boy DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned back into the show. As I take a sip of that water, I drink number water on the show. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to the show. And everybody that continue to tune in and subscribe to the show, I thank you guys, man. Y'all already know what it is. Hey, it's been a long week. And when I say a long week, it's been a long week, as we prepare. When I say we, Southern University, as we prepare for homecoming, we have real life duties and with our jobs. So today's appearance might not be up to par, but it's still top 10 because we did go to Southern University. So that's no diss to PV, no diss to TSU, no diss to Alabama A&M. But anyway, neither here or there. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages. Much love to you guys. Thank you guys for the sponsorship. Also for Red Coral Universe, much love to you guys. Guys, if you have Hulu, if you have Tubi, if you have Roku, y'all might see us on there, right? So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all tell a auntie, a grandmother, and a grandchild what we got going over here. Thank you, guys. So I got that out the way. So now, guys, we have a special show for you guys today. As you know, the HBCU culture is a strong culture, right? Those who went to HBCU, they know it's a number of things that makes HBCUs, right? It's the football team, it's the camaraderie, it's the events, it's the band, and it's the dancers, right? Today, I have I can say some, because I put y'all in the category. So I got to say, I have the best. Can I say best?
Yeah.
You better.
Okay.
Exactly.
I have the best dancers ever to dance at a school. I'm not going to say, let me say this. I'm not going to say them individually, but as a team, as a unit, as a squad, we have some of the dance adults from Southern University. One of the sayings that Southern always says, often imitated but never duplicated.
Yep.
Right? Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Hey, let me get a hand clap for that. Yeah. So today I have on the show, I'm gonna get these names right. I'm gonna get these names right. We have Dr. I said Dr. the DR. Dr. Monique Morgan. How you doing, ma'am?
Hey, how y'all
Hey,
doing?
shout out. And DT, I'm gonna say your whole name, right? I'm gonna say your whole government. You want me to say the whole government? So we got the Tara. Can I say Tara or Tara?
Datara.
The Tara DT Frank. Hey, there we go. How you guys doing?
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. Yes.
How was you guys' week? Or how are you guys' week going? Because our week is still going on.
Grown folk.
Ooh, it's been a week.
Okay.
I travel. I had a lot going on.
A lot?
Week. Yes.
Well, that's good then, man. I mean, you busy. You staying busy.
All the time.
That's right.
You know what I'm
Professional
saying?
women over here.
Yeah, outside of being, a dancer, it's equipped as being a mother, being a provider, being a listener. Y'all do a lot.
Yep.
And we're going to get into it today.
All right. Okay.
So, guys, before I even get started, I mentioned earlier about the Southern University Dancing Dolls dance squad. Should I say the squad, or what should I say? Give me the proper vernacular. What would it? Just the dolls, or what it would be? Is it dance team?
The fabulous dancing.
Fabulous dancing doll. Okay, FDD. Okay, shout out to FDD. All
The
right,
acronym is on, huh?
FDD. So now with the FDD, that sounds weird. I'm saying dancing
Yeah.
dolls because
Yeah,
other people don't know
yeah,
what they
The
are.
fabulous.
dolls.
Yeah.
Just dancing dolls.
So I want to know the years that you guys danced, right? Let the people know the years you guys danced and where you guys are from.
So I danced in 96 is my first year to 98. And I'm from New Orleans. I'm sure you can hear it.
Hey,
And DT.
I danced in 2007 to 2010, and I am from Lake Charles, Louisiana.
okay. So we got New Orleans and Lake Charles in the building. Shout out! I gotta give a shout out to that. That's Louisiana. We kept it in house. We kept it in house. So the good thing is, I know when you go to a lot of schools, a lot of these dancers are from other places. But since Monique, I'm sorry, Dr. Monique is from. Should I say Doctor or Monique? Which one?
Monique, I'm fine.
Okay, Monique. Okay, I gotta
Yeah.
put some respect in your name. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
come on now. I'm good.
Since Monique is from New Orleans and DT is from Lake Charles, they kept it in house. So let's get started. I want to know what made y'all. First of all, the interest. What made you guys even want to be a dancer?
So being from New Orleans, I mean, you can't help but see Southern University all the time, right? So I think because I was on the dance team at Warren Easton, shout out to the Fighting Eagles in New Orleans. I think my first time really seeing, and I saw them all the time because I grew up in New Orleans, seeing the Bayou Classic and things of that nature. But my real first sight of them was in '93. And they had this leopard outfit on at the Battle of the Bands, and I was like, and of course I was a junior then, so I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to go do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I need to do, but that's what I'm going to go do. And so that was my first interest in actually becoming a doll. Was my junior year in high school.
Okay. Hey, so you've been wanting to do this. Wow. What about you, DT?
Ooh. And I actually put this in a book before. So it's very interesting that you said 1993 because the same year for me, 1993, and I was only 5 years old.
Oh, my goodness. DT,
Wow.
I feel old.
Gee, 5 at 93?
But so my family, it's funny because I've always went the opposite route of family.
Okay.
I know, right? So, like, in Lake Charles, there was a rival. It's Lake Charles, Boston. It's Washington, Marion. My family went to Lake Charles, Boston. I went to Washington, Marion.
Okay.
Got to college, Grambling State, Southern University. I decided to go to Southern University.
Oh, okay.
But was watching the Bayou Classic on TV, of course, Thanksgiving, and it was halftime. And they were in these beautiful blue and gold uniforms. And I was like, that's what I want to be.
Wow.
And from that time on, watching them in 1993, I watched them every year after that, every uniform they wore. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but I want to be one of them.
Right.
And that was my goal from then.
So in terms of identity, you guys already knew what you guys wanted to do in terms of dancing. Were you guys prepared when y'all went to college to see exactly what it was about? Because I'm not a dancer. I don't know how it went. Playing football is more of a, okay, I want to do that, but we know you have to, it's levels to it.
Right.
Junior high school, college. And then in college, you still have to participate to get a scholarship. So was that the same when you guys wanted to dance? Like high school, when you guys in high school, was it like, I'm going to be a doll? Or was it like pressure saying, I don't know if I could do that?
Well, I think, first of all, as a dancer, let's bring it back.
Okay.
So even in high school, when you're younger, there is some technical training you have to take, just being straight up. So from a dancing perspective, you know what you're looking at in order to even say, I can obtain that.
Okay.
So it's like you're playing football, right? Like if you don't at least go to Little League or something like that, you already know there's no way you can even think about college because you don't even know what you're looking at. You
Correct.
don't know what you're even getting yourself into, right? So for DT and I to even say that that's something we want to obtain, we already knew that we had some type of skill. Now,
Okay.
once you get to Southern University, that's a different situation because
Yeah.
what you thought you knew
Right.
is totally different when you actually get there.
Right.
All the training you have had, and that's even classical, that's even from street as well. Because again, I'm from New Orleans. I marched in parades. I did dance drill team, which is very known here in Texas, with the core and the kick line and things of that nature. I went to all those university dance team camps and things of that. And then being from New Orleans, because I am a New Orleans girl, twerking, doing all that,
Yeah.
all the street stuff,
They
right?
didn't call it twerking back in the day. They called it
But
something
no,
else.
we call it pee-popping.
Pee-popping.
But
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't-
yeah,
We don't
yeah,
leave it
yeah,
there. But what I'm saying is getting to Southern University, what you thought you saw from the TV and what you thought you saw, even if you saw them in person,
Yeah.
is not what is actually going on. And the training does is very important because it prepares you. But there is a level of when you get to those auditions, you're like, wait a minute, I wasn't prepared for this.
I want you to take me through that because now you're telling the story on how exactly it is for young women during that time, 96 and 2008,
2007.
when you guys go into this room with what, 300 females?
For me, it was definitely over 100 vying for 6 spots.
Right.
DT?
Definitely over 100. But our squad was a little bit bigger, so you're looking between 10 to 12 spots.
That's still only less than 10%. That's
And
like,
I can tell you it was an anomaly for me in 96, and to have that many people, that many spots available, but there was a big class right before that was leaving.
okay.
Shout out to Tracy Prince. So her class were leaving at that time, so it was 5 or 6 of them leaving. Plus Gina Job, who was my captain, was leaving at the time. So it was really only 2 left.
So now that pressure of an 18-year-old, 19-year-old college student going in that's been dancing pretty much all her life. What is that pressure like? Especially when you see these girls, they look the part, they doing all the stretches, they know all the routines that they sing. And what is the pressure for a young female going into that?
Well, the pressure is high. I think when we think we know what it is, it's not at all that when you actually get into the room.
Okay.
So it's not just about catch-on.
Right.
And I think that's the
Now, what is a catch-on? You got to
an
educate
8
me.
count. So
Okay,
yes.
okay.
So like an 8 count.
Imagine if I was trying to dance. All right.
So what you see in the stands?
So,
Oh,
yes.
okay. All right. I got you.
So dancing dolls is not catch-ons, and if you think of a dancing doll, we're known for our field routines, and so field routines is more so your actual dance ability. And so that's what I think sets the dancing dolls apart from everyone, because we actually focus on your foundation of dance.
Right.
So are you technically trained? Do you have the foundation to dance? And if you have that foundation, you can build upon that. So that is when you go to audition, that's what I would assume, even from my auditions, from her auditions, and throughout all of the auditions, you're looking if you have that foundation of dance there, and if we can build upon that.
Okay. Wow. So now you have
There's
the
no coming in there without that. I'm letting you know that right now.
so it's like no
No, you're not walking off the street saying, "Oh, they look cute." I have looked at all the videos and I have memorized all the steps. It's not going to happen for you.
so you telling me
It's going to be a disappointment. I'm telling you.
so you telling me all these girls that audition, they have some type of technical dance or like some technicality in their dance.
The ones that stand out and the ones that make it, you know it. Let me say this. I guess from dancing on the team and then eventually being like their advisor coach for some years.
Yeah.
And understanding a couple of things. What we look for, the gel of the squad, and I mean, you could be a fabulous dancer, but you might not have the right look. It's like auditioning for a role in a play or a movie,
Okay.
right? You may not have the right look, or you may not be able to execute the way the squad actually executes. And the band director that I came up, he used to always say, it's a picture. When they look at you all, they see one squad, a bunch of beautiful girls, right? So you can't stand out. You can't just be something that just stands out amongst the group.
Okay.
So your talent can be phenomenal, but when you get in that room to audition and you can't execute it, because we've had a lot of that, then it's a waste.
So you telling me? So I didn't know that. So I always thought, from the outside looking in, I always thought it was just 6 girls, 10 girls, 9 girls,
9 when I was there.
and 10.
It was 12, then 11, then
Okay.
10.
Yeah,
So,
varied.
yeah.
So,
So,
but
stayed around
I thought
that
when
number.
I thought it
No
was
more
just
than 12.
12 more.
Ever.
Okay, just
Ever?
the most is
Ever.
12.
I think ever.
Ever.
Okay, it started off at 9, then it got the
Well,
highest
no,
it got
it's
to
been
12.
down to 5.
Yes,
Down to
I've had been over a squad of 5. Yes, 5.
5.
5.
Is that because of
And that was because of
they couldn't dance?
no. The director was just like, I don't see anyone gelling with these 5.
Mm.
And that's what I mean by we can't just stick in.
Oh, so it's excellent. It's like
Yes,
it's
it is ambassadors of the university. So when you are used to a certain look and you are used to a certain style and you are used to a certain standard, then it doesn't matter what comes in. If they don't fit the mold, then we're
Wow.
going to go with what we have. And that's what I had to deal with when I was there.
Did you guys realize that you was in the moment of that excellence that you speak of? Like, because when you're 18, 19, 20, 20 years old, 21 years old, and the excellence that you guys speak of, that's like you're representing the university worldwide. Because when they say Southern University, most time they say the Human Jukebox and the Dancing Dolls, right? So that's like, you could be in China, they could be speaking Chinese, and be like, oh, the Dancing Dolls, the Dancing Dolls. But did you guys realize you was in that moment of greatness?
Once I got into that moment, yes. You understand. So when you look up to the Dancing Dolls, you see how big it is, but you don't understand it until you are a part of it, I think. And they hold a standard of excellence. And this is no knock against anyone else or anything like that, but when you think of the Dancing Dolls, you think of the standard.
So isn't that like a pressure?
Very high pressure. Like, yeah, I can definitely agree at 18, 19 years old. I think definitely as a freshman on the team, you get exposed to the training that you need. And when I mean training, I don't mean just dance training. I mean from the way you carry yourself on campus to how you speak,
Yeah.
to making sure you're academically excellent, to make sure that, like I said in the beginning, that you're an ambassador. Because when I was there, it was only 9 of us. And it was 9 of us on a campus of thousands.
Yes.
So you were like a small town, type of celebrity. It was kind of like you go into class and people would look at you and be like, I think she's a dancing doll. But they wouldn't really know until like Saturday, because you were morph into this little small town celebrity and they'd be like, oh, that was her. I think I take a class with her.
Yeah.
So there was a demeanor and a standard that you had to uphold. Our band directors, they made sure of that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was pressure. You did have to kind of mature very fast, but you're a young adult and you're in college. So it was a balance. It was definitely a balance to kind of like figure out your way, because you're in your growing years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're in your pivotal years of trying to figure out who you are, what you're going to do, da 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 da. At the same time of having the community look at you, your peers look at you,
Yeah.
and then now you're representing something totally bigger than you.
Right.
So
Go ahead, DT.
The qualities that you learn from the organization as well is things that you can actually apply to your professional life.
Absolutely.
So to this day, there are certain things that I learned, that I uphold, that I believe has helped me navigate life and to be successful in certain avenues because I've learned it there.
Yeah.
So
That's good, man. And I remember going to school back in '99, and it's funny you said that, Monique. How the dancing and being a ball player, how dancing dolls were like celebrities on campus because you never seen them. Like, we was looking for them. Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
We was looking for y'all, but we could never see it because it's like, in the locker room, he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get old girl, I'm gonna get her, but we never see y'all. Like, never see y'all on campus until game time, where especially if we travel, we all traveled at the same time. That's the only time we see y'all. And then Doc at the time, he's like, oh no, he protected y'all.
Yeah.
He's like, stay away from them over there.
No boys.
Yeah.
No boys.
So I want to ask y'all that because I would every time when I was on campus that I had an opportunity, because I had classes with a couple of females that dance, but every time that I had an opportunity just to speak with a dancing doll, it's like y'all was like zombies. I was like, no. But I'm like, we in class.
Because your reputation was everything.
Ooh, okay.
Your reputation is everything. It takes one mishap, one misunderstanding, one rumor, and then
That's it.
when I was there, you gone.
Wow,
Oh
really?
no, it's not about your dancing. It's not about, oh, you look beautiful. It's not about you or you're smart. It's not about your scholarship. One bad reputation and you're gone.
Really?
Yes.
If it's true or not.
Doesn't matter.
That's why y'all was so strict. Jeez Louise. But isn't that but like I said before, that's like a pressure, especially for kids now. Because kids now, they're spoiled. And I love the kids now. I have kids, that's grown. But that type of pressure and intensity, I don't think they can handle it.
But guess what? Like DT said, professionally, think about where you are in your career.
Yeah.
Think about if there's a rumor, whether you have to go defend it or not, it has put something in your supervisors or upper level management mind about you.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know what I'm saying? That you have to defend. You shouldn't even put yourself in a predicament to defend yourself.
Yeah.
You're not going to even put yourself in that position. So
Even to friends, we could not.
Wow.
We hung tight. A lot of us were each other's bridesmaids. We still are in each other's lives.
Yep.
We are
sisters,
aunties and things
yep.
to each other's kids and things. So when we hung tight, we were tight, like tighter than sorority tight.
Really?
Because we were with each other every weekend.
Right.
And we're a Southern University band. So we were celebrities. We were everywhere. We were at NFL games. We weren't just at Southern University football games.
True.
We were everywhere. Inauguration parades,
Super
everywhere.
Bowl, yeah.
So we had to hold a standard. And we could not walk out. DT, no. Your hair looking a mess? No.
Y'all couldn't come outside with a
bonnet?
bonnet?
No.
Not the bonnet?
No. And I know they do. I think they do Pretty Wednesday, right? They still do that?
Yeah, they still do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we wore heels to class.
Yeah, but that's back in the day. Everybody dressed up back in the day.
No, that was every day.
Wow.
We couldn't even come in the band room looking a mess.
Really?
You couldn't have a bad day.
Man.
No.
And I didn't realize that because I know I have these discussions with other women that went to like say PVTSU that was dancing. It wasn't dancing dolls, whatever they call themselves. It was dolls of their school. And they have that argument with me all the time. It's like, well, the Southern Dancing Dolls, it was too hard to get in there, so we just went to PV. And I always wonder, I was like, why is it so hard to get into Southern Dancing Doll program? Like, what are they doing?
DT answer.
You know what I'm saying? What are they doing, DT? What are they doing?
the standard. That's all I can say. I'm just gonna say that it's no secret. I just
Right.
feel like if you pay attention to the dolls, there is a formula that works for us. I don't want to say it's a secret formula. It's a formula that works for us, and we stick to that formula, and that's it. We don't pride ourselves and on someone else. We don't compare ourselves to other dance
Right.
teams. We are our own competition.
Right.
So like, it's not that we don't look at other organizations and say whether they're good or not. This probably will sound bad. We just don't care.
Right.
So like, for instance, we look and see, how did we do last week?
Mm-hmm.
We compare ourselves to the week before. How do we better ourselves from the week prior to?
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with another organization. We're not out here looking at their film or all of that. We are trying to better ourselves from ourselves.
Y'all are the standard.
Yes.
And y'all can say this, but I can't. Other schools replicate y'all, or they try to.
We
So-
know. We see it.
Yeah, I know, but y'all can't see it. I want y'all to be humble.
Well, I'm 30 years away. So, I can see it.
Yeah. I'm talking
The
about
celebrities steal it. So,
Yeah, really. The
So,
style, the
yeah.
grace, the slight hip hop in it, but at the same time has some classical in it, and you could just tell. And then not just that, but the look, how you guys' outfits were, and the way the 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 figure of the dancer, because you got some schools, they have the plus size, which is nothing. We not knock. We love the plus size. We love the plus size, but the dancing dolls was a standard. It was okay. And by me asking that question, let me ask this question. It made me think about this.
Considered a tall girl on my line,
Okay.
right?
How tall are you?
I'm shrinking. So 5'5".
Oh.
Back then I think I was 5'6".
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so I was pretty well endowed at every facet. Thighs, butt, chest, whatever. Black girl shape.
Right.
But I had girls smaller than me too. So what I meant by, from what I initially said, that our directors or, people that guided us will look at it from you auditioning for a role in a movie. You have to fit the mold, right? So you can't have a 5'8" girl with a 5-foot girl.
I got you.
You can't have a
That makes sense.
girl that's very heavy chested, and
Yeah.
they're looking for the whole package. That's why we're called fabulous dancing dolls. So when you look at a Barbie doll, right?
Yeah.
She's very proportionate.
Yes. Yes. That is
It's
true.
like she's come from a mold.
Yeah.
So from each girl, when you look down the line, that each girl represents a doll mold. Am I not right?
No, I guess you are right. Yes, you are right. And I know, for instance, like the whole color debacle and all of that. Like when you think of a bouquet of roses
Right.
that are different colors, it just, that bouquet is beautiful, even with the different colors.
It comes together.
Yes.
And it blends.
It blends. Yeah.
It looks like a beautiful picture when it's being presented.
Well, I think
right?
you said it best when you said it's like a movie. It's like a
It's
production.
like a movie. You can't audition for a play that has a certain type of character that's calling for a certain type of thing and think you're going to get it because you read the script right.
Right.
That's what I meant by you can have all the technical ability in the world. If it does not come off doll way,
Right.
for lack of better words, then it a good fit for somebody else.
Yeah.
But you're not a good fit for dancing doll.
And that made me think about just a movie. And, most actors are real short. And you have the supporting actor. It might be, you never see a supporting actor like super tall.
Right.
They're always like proportionate to the main actor. Speaking of that, I want to talk about the evolution of dancers. Because you spoke about women that are, heavy-breasted, thick, basically. And we're in that thick generation where thickness is celebrated now, right? It's in the songs, it's in the videos. Women are now showing themselves, showing their voluptuous bodies now.
Are you speaking from a male perspective or a female perspective?
Well, I'm just saying in general because like women, I think that's why like athletic wear is a big thing now, because women are showing their shapes, right? Now I'm not saying the shapes are proportionate. I'm just saying they're showing their shapes, right? So do you guys think that the Southern's way is going to evolve into thickness, the thick dancers versus the standard like you guys mentioned?
When you look at the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders,
Yes.
right?
It's a
Don't
certain
they look a certain way?
Yes, it's a certain way.
They are from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, hair, short hair, long hair, dark hair, blonde hair.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. But their bodies are a certain way, right?
Absolutely.
You want an athletic build. They don't have to be muscular, but you can be a thick girl. And I mean, thick in the hips, thick in the waist, thick in the top, but you can also be in shape.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And when you look at the style of uniforms that the girls wear, again, the dancing dolls are about class.
I like that word.
I would say athletically inclined.
Yeah.
And they are mostly athletic.
Yeah, you got to be able to listen. I don't, as a dancer, as a retired dancer, I don't know, and they teach you this in studio. I don't know, and I'm gonna say out of shape female. I'm not going to call them whatever, big, small, out of shape female that can execute the technique a certain way at a certain size.
Okay.
And I have gained weight before. So I know what restrictions that puts on you when you're trying to execute the moves.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to execute the moves if you're not fit.
If you're not physically fit.
If you're not in shape.
If you're not fit.
Yeah.
So you can take physically fit and you can define that however you want
with it.
to.
I got you. Keep it safe. Keep it safe.
Keep it safe.
I got you. No BBLs, by the way. No. No BBLs. No. So I want to ask you guys this. In saying that about being athletic, I know both of you guys. Now, correct me on the term. Both of you guys was captains, right?
Nope. She was.
I'm saying, what is it? What y'all was coaches? What was it? Like of the dolls? What is it called? Like a coach?
The sponsor / director.
Yeah.
So I know it's kind of weird, the terminology that goes with it.
Right.
But technically, universally, we use the term sponsor. But I know some people look at sponsor as someone that's like financially giving to the dancers or financially giving to that organization. But for us, sponsor actually takes on the term as director. So over the team.
So I want to ask you guys this. You guys keep up with football, right?
Absolutely.
So you know how football, we have NIL, right? So kids could transfer to each university if they don't feel like they're getting their just due or, at their university. Do you guys see that that's happening for dancers?
I will let DT because that's a different generation.
Yeah, of course. There's young ladies that come audition from other schools.
Oh, they
and
do?
Stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, and if you fit, it is, it really is. Like, it's not, we don't hold that you came from another school or anything against you or anything like that. We don't know that. We're looking at the time for.
Right.
Yeah.
If you fit that mold, you can make it. And I don't see too many women doing that, but I'm just saying. I can say these things. Y'all can't see them, all right? I'm gonna think
I
y'all.
would say that, and I'm going to just speak for me. Being a inner city girl from New Orleans growing up, I saw something I wanted and I worked hard to get it. And it wasn't easy. Okay. I got a lot of no's before I actually put my character shoes on and strutted in that stadium. The issue is if you want it, it's going to be for you. You got to work hard to get it.
Yeah.
You got to do, as in with anything in life, you have to seek advisement first, right? Seek the right advisement, get the right training, study the team, study them.
We've had dancers that came from us.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought it was always like, oh, no, you chose that. You can't come over here.
No. It's
Okay.
never been a situation where we're cutting people off because you know what I'm saying? Because you were with something else.
Got you.
Now, there is a caveat to that. If you were with something else and you didn't,
Yeah.
you got a reputation. I mean, yeah.
You don't want it to
we're
follow
gonna
you.
find that out.
Yeah.
But,
That makes sense. That makes sense. It's
that's
like
not going to
branding.
hinder you.
It's like branding.
If you're academic, first of all, you need to be a student at Southern University. Let's from the dance perspective, being a student at Southern University academically, we want you to graduate. Being a dancing doll is great, right? But your main point there is to get the degree.
Correct.
So that's most
first.
important. And we need to know that you're academically sound because it's a lot of pressure. You're practicing every night. You're traveling every weekend.
With no man.
Well, I don't know about that. Your dating life, your social life, and that's
that's why you become so close with
Yeah.
the people that's in the room, and that's why it's big that you like the people that you dance
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you're with them so much. You're in
much.
class, you're in practice, you're traveling with them. So
No distractions.
you're actually with those people more than you are with anyone else.
Yeah. And it's no distractions either. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I spent my first Thanksgiving with my freshman class. Like I traveled. I didn't go home. I traveled with my dancer friends because we had practice for Bayou Classic.
Yes, right.
So it wasn't no going home.
They didn't let y'all. So they didn't let y'all because used to let us
No.
out after practice that Thursday or that on Thanksgiving Day. They used to let us go home for maybe 3 hours, but we had to be back for the bus to leave to go to New Orleans on Friday.
And that was a waste of time for us because we had practiced that
That late.
morning.
Yeah.
And we practiced that late.
Yeah, that's
So
right. That is true.
And then we had the Battle of the Bands on Friday.
And the battle bands
That's
on
right.
Friday. Yeah, so it was,
Damn, and then y'all have the game on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes.
That's right, because on Friday we just chill out. Okay, so I want to ask you guys this. Speaking of Battle of the Bands, I'm glad you said that, DT. I want you guys to give your most memorable moment while being a dog. Your most memorable, the one that sticks out of your mind, the one you be at home be like, damn, that was the best time ever. I know it's many, but the most memorable.
I guess so. I'll start off with the most memorable moment for me would be the first home game. So that first time coming into Mumford Stadium. It is nothing like when the gate opens
Right.
and the band comes in and the dancing dolls are the first people that you see, and the crowd that sits in the student section cheering you on. So I would say that's the first pivotal moment for me. Second, of course, is Bayou Classic, but I hate Bayou Classic.
Most band members will tell you that.
Most people are like, "Oh my God, it's Bayou Classic." Bayou Classic sucks.
It's a lot of work.
It's not that it's a lot of work. It's a lot of downtime. It's a long game. It's a long day.
Oh, you talking about the actual game?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that goes into Bayou Classic that's just logistically tiring.
Yeah.
I would say probably the best game though is Jackson State and Southern.
Yes.
Jackson State? Okay.
When it's at Southern.
When is that Southern?
Yeah, Jackson State has
I know there's been like a viral, like Jackson State Southern. I was on that team.
Yeah.
Well, where the crowd,
Who
like
year was this?
96.
96, okay.
Or the crowd at Southern and Mumford was, I mean, just insane. As a matter of fact, I think that was the day Tupac got shot. He was Tupac or Biggie, one of the two. Anyway, insane game. But I think for me, my most memorable moment, besides marching in Mumford, I mean, you just can't.
It's something.
You can't beat that. Like, it's like you arrived.
Yeah.
And actually, this was before that. Was my first. We did the Saints game, which
Okay.
was actually before my first game,
First Southern game.
Southern game.
Wow, okay.
And sitting in that outfit, which is actually my favorite, the photographer took a picture of me as a freshman dancer. It was my favorite picture ever. People, my husband even say, well, I don't know why that's not my favorite, but whatever. But that was because I felt like, oh my God, girl, you're a girl from New Orleans. You have arrived.
Yeah.
Because I'm a New Orleans Saints fan to the day I die. But and to perform at the game, we'll never forget that.
First game.
First game. Mumford, absolutely.
Yeah.
To come through those gates for the first time,
Yeah.
Yes.
You hear
It's for the
You hear the
first
snare?
like
It's different.
Ayo.
that police beat,
Ayo.
Yes.
and you make that pivot to turn
Yes,
into that stadium.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's
I'm thinking about that.
it's two things. It's like you can't tell me nothing, but then at the same time you're like, oh my
the
God,
pressure.
I am about to lose it.
Yeah. And just thinking about that, we was playing ball, so we wasn't out there, but this is post football, and you see that, the dolls, the band, and you see that, how they strutting in the first, and how the student section, and if it's a packed game, how the fans are like, their phones are out, and everybody's like, and the girls are like, have the classy. Let me use the term. They was very classy, and they like heads high. You know how y'all do it. On
We
y'all
didn't have phones
tiptoes.
back
Well,
then.
I was just gonna say we had the camcorders
Oh.
and the shakers.
The shakers.
It was the shakers for me. I like this generation is a little different.
Oh yeah, the blue and the blue
But
and gold
the blue
shakers.
and gold
Yeah.
shakers, it was something about.
don't have the shakers no more?
seeing-
I mean, they do it.
But it's not the
It's
same.
not the same.
And hear your classmates scream your name.
Yeah.
It's something on a different level.
It is
Yeah, that's a
because
memory.
we didn't have the phone. People were so
We
they
didn't
were
have
just
phones,
focused. They
remember?
were focused on what was going on.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, in closing, I want to ask you guys post doll life. Do you guys? I know you guys mentioned it before, but do most dolls from different generations? Do you guys communicate or like do like a barbecue or do like a something just to get together, like a big get together from all the dolls? Do y'all ever do that? Or like, do y'all ever like get together with your team or with your section, your year?
So I'll speak for me and then I'll let Monique speak. It's like a sisterhood. So once you become a doll, and now they call it Forever Dolls. So when you get this connection with dolls that dance before you or after you, you become a sister with that person. So you can call that person whenever you have something going on. Those are the people that's at your weddings. Even if you didn't dance, you may not have danced with those people, but you get so close because of the organization and that connection that those are the people that you invite to your weddings. Like Monique was at my wedding.
Yeah.
Monique knows where I stay. We talk to each other, you know, and we didn't dance together or anything like that. But there's this connection and this bond that you build with young ladies and other ladies that follows you outside of Dancing Doll.
Okay.
Absolutely. I can piggyback off of what she's saying, like, because we call ourselves Forever Dolls. Once you dance 1 year, you're a Forever Doll.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because even the ones before us from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, like they're like our moms and aunts. Like I had a doll, rest in peace, Darlene. She helped deliver my first child.
Oh wow.
Like she was the one that helped me when I was over the dolls and helping me fundraise, and like we could just go down the line. Like they'll call you and they'll check on you and they'll give you advisement. So through the years, like you have the older dolls to lean on, and then you wind up becoming. I can remember some of the dance camps that I've done, and those girls became dolls. Like they've called on me and given them advice, and I've been
wow.
at their wedding and things of that nature. So it's just kind of like, and you know, even the ones I've danced with, like we got a group chat, so we'll chat every, once in a while or whatever like that. But yeah, we stay in each other's lives.
Okay.
Now, are we getting together every weekend?
No.
But because most of us, like we said, when we started, we are wives, we are mothers, we are professional women. We got a lot. We're wearing 6 hats.
Yeah.
At the same time of being ourselves. But that camaraderie of a doll, doesn't matter which year you dance, it's kind of like the same.
That's good, man. And the thing is, being a HBCU Southern University graduate, we had that same camaraderie too. With some of the ball players that's not retarded, but because most of them are, that's another story. But but yeah, so yeah, man, that's awesome, man. Because I think, like, I remember when I was in high school, and one of my aunties said this: "You're about to experience the best years of your life," and I didn't realize that at that age until I experienced it. Now I'm grown with kids at Southern now. Them really was the best years of my life with people that I consider as my friends for life.
Right.
And you guys experienced the same thing. Last question. For a kid or for young ladies that's wanting to be a dancing doll, but they've been dancing since they was 3, or they did all the dances, they've been all the concerts and whatever. What are some words of wisdom for those young ladies that are in their senior year in high school and they want to be a dancer doll at Southern University? So what are some words of wisdom before they even step on that campus and try and go to tryouts?
I would just say stick with dancing. Of course, just continuing to take classes, continuing to make sure that you're up on your technical skills and that you can pick up on choreography. So it takes practice. So just as long as you're practicing that, I think that you'll be fine when you come to auditions.
Okay. Safe answer. I love it.
I would say for this generation, be mindful of your social media. Be mindful of, you know, and what I mean social media is how you portray yourself. Because that is an avenue that I'm sure DT and them have to pay attention to in this generation that, again, when I was in school, we didn't have phones. So, because again, you're coming not only as a collegiate dancer, but you're coming to represent an entire university. So it's dance, but it's also other things as well. So it's just those kind of little things you need to keep in mind. But I think, as in with anything in life, a high school student that is dreaming to achieve something, they need to have the confidence to know that they can do it. Prayer is amazing. Of course, it needs to be a part of their life, and they need to work hard and pursue it.
Right. That makes sense.
And then, you know, let life tell you what's going to happen.
I see evangelists in your future. I'm just saying. But from doll to evangelist. But that's a whole nother story. Guys, look. I'm glad you guys came on. I got to get out of here, guys. Look. So, look. This is the Culturally Distinct Podcast. And look, to the young ladies that's going to be watching this, because they will be watching this, and they will be in my DMs asking me, could you please get me in contact with Miss Monique and Miss DT? I'm like, I don't know. I gotta see, because I don't know how the requirements work. Monique said,
Do not come in the DMs.
No,
do not
girl,
slide.
I can't help you, girl. I'm far removed. I'm trying to tell you.
Don't slide. So look, I don't know about that. I'm not going to be answering that question. So anyway, guys, look, I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation, which I know you did, and especially getting the a little small inside scoop of what you guys do, of what you guys have done, right, to perform your duties as a dancing doll of the fabulous Forever Dancing Dolls.
I'm gonna need you to get it right. Fabulous Dancing Doll.
It's fabulous, right? I said fabulous, right?
But you was fabulous and
Forever.
you was forever. You was just mixing, mingling.
I'm sorry. Fabulous Dancing Doll, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, it changed names though, right? It was Dancing Doll, now it's Fabulous
It's
Dancing
always
Doll.
been fabulous.
Oh, I didn't know.
Go back, listen to the introduction and see how we get introduced.
The Fabulous Dancing Dolls.
Fabulous
All I remember is this. Y'all have the umbrellas at halftime when y'all walking off and y'all doing dun-dun-dun-dun. That's all I remember. So, guys, guys, make sure that you go check you. Matter of fact, I didn't get you guys social media. Do you guys want your social media out?
No.
Okay. I'm just saying. Well, look, Fabulous Dancing Dolls. What is the Dancing Doll social media?
The Forever Dolls.
Forever Dolls on
The Forever Dolls.
on Instagram
and on Facebook as well too. As long as you put
Okay.
in at the Forever Dolls, it'll come up as Southern University Fabulous Dancing Dolls.
Got you.
And
Got
that's
you.
who they need to follow.
Yes.
Okay, so they're not gonna follow y'all individually.
No. Again, I told you I'm 30 years to this, so I can't help you. I can't help you.
What if they want some mentorship?
Unless you want to do construction management or
that's
something
it.
like
Okay.
that.
I got you.
If you're
Yes, and
looking
some healthcare administration. I can't help you, baby.
That
I
makes
can't.
sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
I do have my Each One Teach One foundation, so if you're looking for something there, that's great as well too. But
See, you can help a little kid starting off from the beginning all the way to the top to Southern University. But anyway, that's
You're gonna have your DM flooded, DT.
right. So, guys, anyway, we got to get out of here, man. Look, I appreciate you guys for coming to the show, man, with this busy schedule that you guys had this week. And, you guys have busy schedules. And also, when this airs, I believe we would have homecoming by that point. And I believe, can I say that? Can I say what was going on at homecoming with the dolls?
what's going on with the dog?
I can't say that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this is DJ KO with Culturally Distinct Podcast. Thank you, Red Core Universe. Thank you, 605 Adult Beverages. Much love to you guys. Thank you, DT. Thank you, Monique. Look, guys, before we get out of here, we got a word of the day. The word of the day, I want one of you guys want to do a word of the day. One word of the day. So we just do one word. Just give me a word that pops in your head. And since it's two people, y'all can give me two words.
Tenacity.
Tenacity. I like it. Monique?
Persistence.
Persistence. Tenacity, persistence. Damn, those some hard ass words. God damn, y'all went to school. Anyway,
You
guys.
got an engineer and a doctor over here. Come
I
on now.
see. Jeez. I'm thinking about love, it, go, spot. Guys, I got to get out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and you can't do nothing about it. Culturally Distinct's your boy. I love you. Peace out. And that's a wrap.